stumble and falls. Time, change, clouds and rain. Through it all, I will stand, come what may. Throw in a towel, not today. 'Cause where there's a will, there's a way. Whoa.
Finish and you'll be strong. Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Oceans, strong winds, hills and mountains. Sacrifice, paying the price, yeah. Struggle all your life. Through it all, I will stand, come what may. Yes, I will. Throw in the towel, no, not today. 'Cause where there's a will, there's a way. Whoa, I'm gonna hold.
This is a beautiful song from Robert Kelly, and the title here, Hold On. And then yeah, one you know the Achichiro no more. He has to hold on.
Hold on, yeah.
Mwa monti no me baby bomumu. Eti and me Robert Kelly nyoma mano. Asking him to hold on until the finish, and he will be strong. I was saying Wakwaba Peace 104.3 Entertainment Review Bray Ason. Nima Munina Kwaba. If I said I can say my doctor for that Dixon. If I said my GM Kennedy or say Obibia would be a Yamin Shaw. Your baby the entertainment moon come but and no more me dear decaying tino, ebia me a desire and commodine be decaying. But if I said answer my salamat kukua on the producer show na Peter is quite so a day a good social media and my near to me and your biashe. One money, more memo radio, no. Over to me, I call Facebook and I say YouTube Peace 104.3 FM.
I wouldn't trade you for the world.
Now, what to me and your biashe. Now, what comment to be answered, I'll to me, Ejano, na ya brebe my to me, Akayamo.
Cause you're my inspiration, girl. With you by my side, I believe. I believe. I believe.
It's funny when you the one are motivating Crawford brain, it gets to a point where you need to be motivated yourself. You need to be encouraged yourself. Now we go back to normal what kind you what to their motivate and near this annual nasa a show crime. 30 years in jail. It's not an easy thing. It's what I want to hear. Yes, the news is that Robert Sylvester Kelly, born in January 1965, he's 55 years old now. Court Ebuano for you say Okwako demo for the next 30 years. 30. Now, Neboni is saying. Nebonia wa ye no bebrena no eye no ma wa ye twam afi na yetimi are county ne de no akwakogina court ama-court ebuano for. Now among the list of things court to say or ye guilty of no ebini say ne say or the oware of anwumtunia ne friend Aliyah hip hop ne R&B no mo be kaya sa anwumtuni we onya accident na onya plane crash. Yes say court teacher say R. Kelly eware Aliyah when she was just 15 years old. And or yeah fake documents be the cover cran the age ne aware no.
Since I met you.
In Carbono and I say in Crano Chima, say Sabra na Ujina Supa na or Bonium ma dofna dof when ni geno. Those times in na amount for chess and no traffic and quada. I am my teacher. One no yeah Jumano.
Still I know
if you are more trafficking Crano from one state to the other.
And I can be the only man in the middle of the sea.
And a bimusu also our normal did that na a bimusu or mom or normal da munya I am sexually transmitted diseases ne other diseases be brave.
Babe, it's been my attitude. Yes it has.
And grand so chess and that money be or cry was show mum ye and normal beer sebi 80 muscle ewo a damn
baby I would never lose.
Or show mum ye a lot of your friends say empemu no ma unthinkable and a bit unspeakable. It is a boni bebrebe nyina yabobo bosi and ma odwemtenania odi asemi any jury no enyina de bank edo madwin ko bankrom say ye ma no kodafia say emfie aduasa na ofrimu fia Ultimate yes, no money baby. Robert Kelly. Robert Sylvester Kelly.
And it wouldn't be in my way. No. Even if they locked me up and threw away the key, yeah. my side, I believe.
Okay, Robert Kelly, you on January 8, 1967. January 8, 1967. Kodemu 30 years, and so, but no number 85 years old. Hey, the sense of our past. Anyway, and I still so Christopher, many are paying so Christopher Transit. So, Aquaba, nay, I would time this one.
Aye.
Bachelor
Bibia Boko.
Nice one. Ken, also Aquaba.
Yeah,
Say Bibia Boko.
I don't know. Bibia Boko.
Ken, my mission is same through. So what's a R. Kelly issue?
I knew, Matty.
Now, Uti, no, was saying, were you surprised? And now you were very happy.
Hey, happy pa.
Mammy Miss Saja.
That view.
And money be on Mutiano or Moniajipa.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
I don't want penum.
No, it's not by you know they are concerned about the crimes against certain women in the past. So they are happy. Say Emma won't into the similar things are the things that make me use anyhow and all those stuff. It's not me. I said also no any ajana.
David me there many intimate sebe say obone for cry ade na okosa on so we say omu ani di na mom say no kre ene mra na ye na dwuma de a ye motion part de ye na nji because I told me a me nyini say mabusiafo ene beje na mom ya pa say na aka ni mfie say 55 years na oko 30 kan one na so beba no
no na 85
ne nkokra bomu a na wode ba no
me mum yes I be chin so be kan mpo a
o say
30 years until mum be chin be kai who is
asemo na be ka kra ye nka for onwuma a waye sa o hawe ni amane ni de be ka o ne mum san sam yeti say titru anum to four actors ni ade omutimi de ma efa kwan bi susaya na emfa ne kwan me penim pe nyina ye title wo ho enye ama titru ema ne ba be condemn those issues no enti ye tete bi fa R. Kelly ho na ye kona bra no kre enye no kre na ya twe asem say ya di ache pa and finally ya twetwe na ache pa finally no abase sa charges ni nyina na ye no kre o kwa kodem na emom no ye say omo kone de omo kone na ye wachire no ni esisi etimi sua omu no ana esisi esua but me gidi say baabi ono wone de royalties ni sensem yo okay nti no okoba kra still a obetimi anya bibi kakra etno ekoye Ghana ha de na nka onipa koro nkomra no sebe abrabo ne de nka sia ma ba ho de me ye sure say nwuma a waya ko egu ho no mo no still the royalty system no be boa na ma watimi ayede enya bibi ato na ti se otimi nyankopon ma ne nkwa na otimi twa na totrotra yesan so bompa se bia na o mama na anko sa tem ni nyina na ebia ya hwe ni yi ama na ya teso kakra ma no abafi because I still believe say o nema bi wodi mu a obetimi sande aboa e fan the creative side na ba creative art no de ya hwe ade na emum ba ne mramu ni abrabo se ne aka se bi mu ani agi omodo omunso no omodom nyame asese mra afa ne kwan so but I think say yen aye penenwom ne edi na chine de enya ni jesam ema yen ko yemu bi ne enim na brabo bi sa na yen ye hu a ye ne nwom so o ma ye ne je o hye ye nkran ansa na saasem ya de aba beto asam so de yesabe etimi to obi a entu no ye hwe ne nwom side ne de are ho sem man 30 years in prison no nyasam keto
enough from cracking enough from me kai we dey say enyum to ya de ba ko a obi anonimi bi en say akwa de enyum an obeto because nyame adom ne kakra de eche bi
oh yeah
na ni papa me nyini mi say me nyini nyina na me look up to them pass akwa pa de o si to nyumi de onu kwanti metonyum it was him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow say what you actually what turn nyum ni be pa.
Oh ni nyum bebre metin aton back to back. Same vocal pitch. But unfortunately this is the problem.
Now to now ekoye pa.
Yeah, this is the problem. I mean say I mean if Fanny a role model and this is you didn't know say suban we no
wom
na afi ababe da say say nipa no ye role model say the way ni I mean, and you know, Kibina Bambu.
Yeah, a shock, pa, a shock because Shasana mechanic at Abribia Casse. Musicians, no, a bear so my brother now, personal life, no, almost see a man for because say, ye, any move for onium. Mindi what you for sa brebi a obobobo. It's ne be mobile online no more yenny maybe and send fata. Aya moma fans no muhu say omudimachino omu nu for that. But say sanya okay open say yet to say no na actually wo betitin sem bi say ni ade ka ho a enya aretichire sem kra enya de a ehye nkran sanso aye na ye pena sem de you bet me afa kwan bi so de ache no kakra because ye hwe the way our born mama ye ni agye mre bi atwa mu pen enti sa asama to no a say enso yetimi nya I am hye kakra nen edema no but in all ni aba na aba see
me so minim unima Kelly de
minim no matene nyum but minim no
like ni picture crowd that say bia Kelly
o kasi minim na to say bia we bisa me say minim king minim king but
okay who definition for nim ni den na me ti what say
oh say bia minim no in person say ni obisa say minim Kelly no what am I say as if say bia ma meeting na say bibi because say nim there at least you should know say at my level I should know Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Ne nyom ana say the story. Aha. But to be say me no. Na talk
say bia we share ne da.
Me share ne da.
And can no can me say so we share Kelly da.
Oh, but to be say me say minim na no. Is a question I me feel say that question should mean say it's beyond my level. Say baby I'm
okay.
I should know him. What am I saying?
Okay.
Say who nimna how much more of me? You know you're not the same level.
No, mostly because of the kind of music he does. Besides, now you are not so much into his style of music, you know. Besides, and that was the reason. Because well, for me, I'm a hip hop R&B person.
Okay. And me there.
And yeah. Anqua do be that's the background.
Oh, okay.
Mumu na muye semeni na ti semini abaya. So they say, who say your boy a down flat? Who say no 1 or 2 years?
But Ninka the tree mono. Ninka question no say if be a wedding echi. I wa follow no. Who follow ne works.
It is so. What follow no? And I follow the works.
There be. But at least I know.
So you know the issue.
I know the issue.
Your view about it.
Yeah. Now, Sanya Yeka say, Obi any wa otamfo kra mpo no sebi. Me ho enkrama mienu. A ba ko omo ko. Kloro kwan mo. Ene ka ebe fa oba ko no so. No ne kono bo so begina ho bo se na waye ne ra ho wo hu aha inti no obi ani ho a se wotan ni pakra mpo na sem to na affect o inti e no de asare ho de ho na emo no nsem bi a mete asem ne ba ya no nsem bi a metete wo akire no na emame hye me bufuo kakra because sebi
as to the charges nana
charges okay. The ball no
okay.
Yeah, now fi na shame bufuo kakra e wo ne ho say otimi decency otima say aha nti ne me de hon pene na
e de ensem bi na wo kai
so be say owo STI and he was sleeping around with the girls not on treaty.
Oh yeah
otima say and you know on treaty ade no oni ema edda ne utimu point it is obi awo HIV a wa share that say oni amanfo eda enti no sa ho no
that's why this all person with this sign pa be brave.
Yes ma me lose that feeling for a human being no man kakra because now I was surprised
because they okay UTA charges in Libya and a summary of the charges and obviously he used sex as a weapon forcing his victims to do the kind of unspeakable things and saddling them with incurable diseases.
Yeah, such a person, no, you are not somebody else you nya humobo ma because we near humobo. Into me no nyamoka 30 years whatever I don't feel anything for him. Because I'm looking at the victims no. Nyomu go through. Omo na me feel more.
And most of them are even grown-ups now. Yeah.
Omo na me feel more. Omo so no
grown-ups.
Unknowingly no. Omo so omo dey come partners bi. What am I saying?
It's possible.
And look at the partners and so omo dey come. That is what I'm looking at. Into no part of me feeling be a money. I don't care.
But so
better human beings are.
Let's see what didn't bema ubia sebi. You don't lack anything. Otonyom, you have the popularity, you have the money, and you still go about doing this. And you know about them.
And more damn and go feel so bad anyway. When nipa dam will mushate so. Dam will mushate.
Different shades of madness.
Different shades of madness, yeah.
Or insanity.
Yes. Bebre. Yeah. Adamu Ola.
Yeah.
Obi oni time bia no or challenge. Yeah. Unu nia wo ho. What am I say? No ye bibia won say we no e be affect no. Say when me anya tima say ade a me ye e affect me nua na send a be yama no. What am I say? Then you have a mental challenge. Because what doing ye a juma correct bibia o ye bia no first o de besusu ho first. So when ti me nya sa judgment no am first susu ho first na o de ye bia, then you know that you have a mental challenge.
And there's a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem. Obia wo wiase bia, and there is no way obi betimi defend it. First and foremost, enso esi han say me pese me di bi gum. Me di gum a obi no ma me no ma e bia bibi be ye me. I didn't say me di gum ma obi.
Knowing very well say bibi be you no pakron. Yeah,
because me na eye me a me mpe. I didn't say me di ye obi. Then that means my dream no allock you baby. What am I saying?
Yeah.
My dream no allock you baby. Into no when to me yes I code na nature so a problem. And so no the be you been first look at it say what? How will you feel?
One car.
Ube will be all driving. Obi twa lorry kwan nim. O tia accelerator so ba. Uhu nipa. So nipa ni twam. O ntwa mu nwie. And you are still accelerating. Obia wadwin ye adwuma bia no, the moment you see a human being dream who say enti se meka abomia, how will I feel? Enti wo ti aso no, so when nya sa atima ne pe so starting who say my bodam na ebo pin my bodam. What am I say?
Yeah.
Enti that is the first thing. Enti who obia or the bibi yo bia first unfairly or a mental problem.
Okay. Now, okay, nyumtini a friend Alia.
Yeah. So, at the age of 15.
15, yeah.
Yes. And now, yeah, documents 45 age. Yeah. So you can see that the guy has a mental, despite the talent, you know, or problem, no. Yes, steady na ko bi afitini mofrasi nyina e bia enema bebre ebeba. Yeah. Bebre ayenim.
Different charges.
Yeah.
But the charges are not dorsal. Yeah, net dorsal, which means I mean it's something that has gone on for over 30 years. Over 30 years.
Yeah. And that may but they say Bill Cosby no money later no be able to say no and name any be or they are exaggerated by the women. Yeah, but now I say can no. What am I say?
Yeah.
And money beat me and me say out of pain be and I say jealousy be. What you say na when nyanya or expect binti no later no they can come out and say certain things against certain prominent people. Some even do it for fame.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
Yeah.
Good. And no ho. And as soon way yet me approve. You know, there are two different things. This guy has a mental problem and he deserves the punishment.
So it's sad. It's so sad.
It's not sad. Sad for who?
No, sad
for the victims.
No,
oh, okay. The beginning now also
Mrs. Stokes is sad. It's so sad, say. And as it's sad for who? Me say it's so sad say ubenya obi a se be waji din na wodi ni din je no e de ye seven fonsa. And most of the time the victims you know because of that respect, that aura around you to me and complaining, they don't resist. We share with the people that were witnesses and victims, it took them all these years to speak out. So it means that you not that kind of status and our celebrity status. Now you're careful what we use it for. One here, I mean, Ghana Nabia a but me yeka we nyina no kwadwo kansa ne ne Indian na ringu mitrimu sam. Oh rade, let's go and believe it.
And it wouldn't be in my way, no. Even if they locked me up and threw away the key, yeah. Somehow I know it would be okay, yeah. 'Cause ever since I met you, girl, I've been positive. Oh yes, you gave me a reason why. Yes you did. I kinda gave up on life, but now I won't live.
Yeah, so now person can we.
I mean, na me feel say nka baby I can say mo ye dri pa yetimi hu ni nse hu awede ni nkan say your man this platform for him to even play his songs.
Oh, just to remind people who we are talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, but say ubonyum now nya ho.
Oh, ubonyum na ho no.
Say me hu no. Them what is who royalty be.
Oh, ni so money royalties ni nyama nyina oba beji.
No, but I even heard say along the line I'm here to verify say it's possible so I hear pull it down its songs
Hey, so let's pull it down from here. Let's pull it down from here.
I can't confirm it.
But let's pull it down from here.
Why do you want to pull it down? The fact that the man is a bad man, in your opinion, doesn't mean sending your.
Not in my opinion. Competent.
So listen to the song we are saying. Mayboy. Now you are you say no, you are you say nipa na converting.
The song belongs to somebody.
No, he was used to sing that song.
The song belongs to somebody. The voice belongs to somebody. Listening to the voice, listening to the song, it reminds me. And come on, please.
Okay, it's in own person
Debbie.
But I still believe though. I believe that every bad person can change one day.
O change enough any abo.
Come on. I'm not saying ganja say come on for there.
Ola. Enipa bi te say Adolf Hitler no. Almost statue ni nyama nyina cramp ye pulling it down.
I mean that is not a nyum is different. How do you?
No, but you see, but how? Who compare nyum to statue? Obia or a slave trade time, even who America, participating in slave trade. Later cramp a lot of positive things. But no cramp later no, you're pulling your friend is saying down.
So being a dream we for a particular period of time. Na ebia o normal waye normal boni bebre ba o ye normal papa bi so a etimi sisa nipa life na actually ya be o se nipa no adwemu yare e no de ye we nyina so
nipa ne life na obi a
throw everything away
ola obi etimi echiche nkwara ade e de ntaize nkwara no obu se papa o ochiche o made abato de ntaize o menye o mko ekoye o mbone eno nso ai
yeah no but maybe say
the same thing.
Do you throw
away no you so nyumo no or you so nyumo no the talent of singing no e de entize nkwara no
oh but me do motivate me
you are not his target.
Hey so Anakin mahu Sadiq ne Rexoma and someone more kafa National Cathedral Ken wow
I'm a who
but for etiefo ebiana amu here no ma men try na men kan Sadiq asema okafa National Cathedral no and na omo NTN no no according to we or say the National Cathedral's museum is not a component of tourism. Sadiq Abdullahi now mo amunim Sadiq on the year 3 Three Music Network CEO, more organizing Three Music Awards. Or say CEO of Three Music Network, Sadiq Abdullahi Abu, has stated that the construction of the National Cathedrals Museum is not a component of tourism. He opined on Saturday, 25th June 2022, that President Akufo-Addo has failed to honor a number of promises he made to the nation's tourism sector, but for one, that is what Sadiq said. Now, or say if you look at the 21 promises they made towards the tourism sector, it's been only one that they were able to deliver on, and even with that, there were certain problems regarding the execution of it, and because of lack of money. His argument stems from the assertion that tourists are usually drawn to sites based on their history. However, the National Cathedral has none. People don't necessarily visit places without a story or context. What would be the unique story that would compel people to come after you build the museum of the National Cathedral? Mami, yeah, it's so. May I need Sadiq in Komona Omo in Chemu Kakra? No more in Chemu Kakra na Iriana Fi Yaba Studio. Sadiq.
Yes, hola.
Baba.
Yeah. Hola,
Good afternoon. Boko there.
Obia Boko.
Yeah, Boko. Me da sibe brace wa GSO. Baba, what's it museum na ye can National Cathedral no any tourism component?
No, I don't think I said that. I think, in fact, I've not spoken directly related to the museum, but I think I've spoken on the National Cathedral itself. And the fact that it's not the building itself that will generate the tourism. I mean, there are a lot of things that actually generate tourism. One of the things, obviously, will be the unique story or the narratives that compels people to come. So one of the things that I've questioned, for instance, is that what is so unique about the evolution or probably development of Christianity in Ghana, for instance, which will compel others. And I'm saying that advisedly because it can be misconstrued as the same way this other part was misconstrued. So my thing has been always to question the fact that there are a lot of things that compels or generates tourism. So if you're targeting 60 million people in a year, where in other places the cathedrals have become white elephants, for instance, you need to understand that there should be a story, there should be something that should be compelling enough that could attract 60 million people that you're looking to target.
Let's say, Mitia, na o Casemuno, na wadrinchra, which a ne emfa museuma, yesi a deca cathedral nemum, a cathedral no hunina semna na woka.
Yes, sir. Yes, I was speaking about it with the cathedral in itself.
Okay.
In actual fact, when we spoke on Saturday, and even when I wrote on social media, I don't know if I spoke specifically related to the museum than generally the National Cathedral itself.
Okay. And at the Tosum, you know, so no, the old patch and say, Obi, ana, one or pencil, echo no. So Obi pass or barber National Cathedral now say you walk a Bakosimbia, a Betchini Panamana barbershop.
Yes, there should be a narrative, there should be a story, there should be something that's so unique about it that compels people to want to come. So other than that, you may have the same scenario you had in the Ivory Coast, for instance, where you built a huge basilica, probably the biggest in the world, but you're not attracting the tourist attraction that you need in terms of the critical numbers that you need, because there should be a group, there should be a story. For instance, what was our year of return conversation based on? It was based on the slave heritage of Ghana. It was based on the fact that Ghana was seeking to position itself as a destination for people in the diaspora, because you've got over 65 slave sites and everything, which is consistent with your story. So it's easy for any person that considers himself as somebody who has had 4 parents that came from Africa to want to come to Africa to touch base with that particular route. It's a story. I've seen people make a whole lot of conversations on this about Burj Khalifa and all of those things, but there's a compelling reason. One of the compelling reasons, obviously, will be cost, expense, the fact that now, and the fact that Dubai on its own has been able to create a more amplified story as a holiday maker spot. which attracts a lot more people. But in this particular case, I differed on it on the basis of the fact that structurally, even if of the tourism industry and everything, there are a number of issues, for instance, which is bedeviling the sector that need attention and critical participation by the state. Before even you think about the National Cathedral. So my point was on the base, for instance, if you speak to the Ghana Hotels Association of Ghana, they'll tell you for the past 6 years, they've been engaging the states.
That is the Hoteliers Association.
Hoteliers Association of Ghana.
Yeah.
I mean, which is almost like the umbrella body of a lot of the hotels that are in the country, seeking to have a one premium tax element, for instance, which would have made it easier for them, because as it stands now, they are paying over 21 different taxes. And obviously, anybody that wants to at least even break even, they'll pass on these taxes to the user. That explains why, in fact, yesterday I was reading something from the GTA Commission report that indicates the fact that it's expensive to actually have to tour in Ghana here, right? It's a survey they did. There are different parts to it, but the headline obviously captured that. And then I went into it. There are other good parts of it as well, But most importantly, when you look at this and you look at the fact that structurally the hotels have been asking for things that would enable them to actually reduce and ensure that you can use that to drive tourism as much as possible. These are things that I felt needed a lot more attention. Again, one of the other things that
in respect to story or context or a certain narrative, I bet me I draw nipa to BBT say National Cathedral. No, don't you think we've already generated a lot of stories that will create for the curiosity of other people to come, especially the story behind the building of the cathedral. I mean, the genesis of say Ekwanya Efasukra, that idea by more to that. Almost there will be a museum, and I think that museum really doesn't need a story for people to come and see it, because a normal museum but not the story behind the building the museum. So I mean, with all this, don't you see we have enough story to let people come and watch?
There's a statutory body called the National Monuments and Museums and Monuments Board. They have a museum in the country.
Yeah,
the one that was closed was reopened again. Critically, when you look at it between here and then and everything, what is so wrong about these places that will require you to have to create a museum that is 5 minutes away from it to warrant you spending $400 million on?
We a Bible museum. We a Bible museum. Oko USA, your Bible museum.
You know nipa bibri koho. So Bryce Simmons, for instance, has raised issues with the Bible museum that is impacting the tourist visitation that's coming there. The fact that's why I said that what is so unique in that particular Bible museum, there's been instances where the plans and some of the scripts and things that are there have been deemed or proven to not be accurate, but fake. Things that have been reproduced just to put out there and try to create a certain facade of a sort to try to attract people. These are things that could equally impact on this. But be it as it may, the biggest problem that we've had to raise is the fact that why would the state have to invest $400 million to create because a museum in there which they feel will be the attracting who, when you have a museum that is 5 minutes away and is big and is yet to be filled with a lot of artifacts and things.
Okay.
Normally you would want to start small. As it stands now, Ola, a lot of people do not know this. When the state Ghana wanted to redevelop its own tourist sites, which is already delivering the number of people that is delivering to you currently, they went for a World Bank credit facility of $40 million. Which is a quarter of the $400 million which is about 10% of the $400 million that you are looking to invest in the National Cathedral. So the background I gave onto this is saying was that initially, but ideally, if you look at the investment the state has made, the church has made in society, building schools, churches, and everything, ideally it should make sense for you to have one particular place which assets the important role the church or the Christian fraternity had played in our development and evolution as a society, right? Secondly, I also said that it's also equally important to assert in Ghana your circularity, because we have a very good we've proven to have a very good secular system. If you look into our skylines, obviously where you see the National Cathedral, for instance, you should be able to see the National Cathedral as well, which obviously expresses the fact that this is a country where you could equally have Muslims and Christians be able to live, equally, and have been able to do so very well. So I said that ideally this should be perfect. Where I differed is the state involvement in it. For instance, the Mosque took more than 25 years to build. Of course, the National Cathedral doesn't have to take 25 years if it can be built within a year or two. My challenge or problem was that when you're looking for a sector that a particular government has overlooked and not delivered at least 20 out of the 21 promises made to the sector, and has not made a quarter of such an investment keenly in such a sector, you obviously will not take $400 million and go and put into a national cathedral out of it. When in actual fact, you only needed a 10% of it. When you needed 10% of it to redevelop your most important heritage and slave site, you went to the World Bank for a credit facility. That was where I differed. And so obviously on the basis of the museum, if now the narrative is that, the biggest hook that we thought was going to deliver return on investment on the museum, it's on the National Cathedral, is a museum that's going to be established in there 5 minutes away from the location of the National Cathedral. There's a museum that's yet to be fully filled with things. You can actually, and the museum carries the story of Ghanaians, the traditional religion, everything, artifacts, and the tangibles that should be there.
Nessa museum no.
If you wanted to tell a story.
Nessa museum no na ye adia enika kesipa edi tourist beba dia wo patches museum de na senya na ebie kese ba akokra no kra munyema. Etine ka ye fan ka ho preko. And
besides that, the National Monuments and Museums Board itself, they need a lot of money to operate. They need money to operate.
Okay.
So for me, that was my position where I differed. Again, one of the things that I made I gave a lot of feedback on is the fact that, look, you cannot talk about tourism without the role the creative economy plays into it. Design and architecture is part of the creative economy. You do not will off nearly or more than $300 million in mysterious contracts to a single person, right? And deny the creative economy the opportunity to have to raise capital by virtue of projects that they do in the country, which allows them to expand and create value for the country. And then you look back and ask us and say, what exactly are you looking to enable?
Okay.
So that's the point that I've made to that effect. Again, if you look at even the fees that's going to go to the architects of even the National Cathedral alone, that is just, when you convert it to dollars, that's just about some few million cities away from the exact money that you needed to be able to, redevelop some of your heritage sites to encourage tourism.
All right.
Again, one was the most important point.
Baba, and then me time no is Saga Crantino. You ever born to Tofa SCA or not? Yami Adona me the Kwabema, not yet me expanding ye with the Fachemika cra. Why? Yeah, Yami Sharp. I was we Baba Sadiq on the CEO for 3 Music Network. Nana ye Jinchi Mukakra afa asema say or kind no say efa National Cathedral na eja Yami Adom. Minim Ken Utieni compared to what was reported about him to have said. Utieni Ninu Agent Chagakra.
Or say story now, say that sorry now, a stating in the yes, I know or patch about in church so by. Now, maybe Tieni Nina and a summary now. We say National Cathedral and one some sorry, Ghana for be now bond so. And we bring now reason they say Oman wedding. Inti at this time no ye hear any a cathedral na and almost si council a communwa. Omu face senka ye betimi dia ye enuma bia e betimi ama Ghana for one hand no dance ye DC sa cathedral no. And also one for so be ese nanado ankasa ne bohye inti nye se ebi oman sika na sese yetimi de de esi. In the nutshell, no, and museum no say according to National Cathedral, the be hosty other official program say be a man for be afei so museum no so betimi attract. That is a Bible museum, and baba nso kire say museum ni bi wo ho. Take recently I adored new one now my CC mu
a renovated one
ya CC mu fe eti say no nko an de bia nke betimi de ahoɔden akɔhyɛ hɔ no mu ba asɛm sɛ ne ɔmɔde hyɛ cathedral mu eba be Bible museum sort of. It's here the not ordinary museum senior. You know other.
Well, at least that is what has been reported. Say a Bible museum. But Uti also can also say museum for now. Yeah, be space baby room crying who did
you came for being Bible museum. You could have a big to have Bible museum no. But on the whole, yes, or so can say and ultimately a tourist attraction. Say be a man for be free. A man on near Bassi a back cathedral no barber share a year Bible museum and so. But I think it's all more musing. A buying new war, but typing tea or no so yesterday. ADC. Then the tea tremendous amount for bonus so. Amount for bonus they are all more yet so. It you know which rich the mukra said then cry to extent I mean you say a better especially say sika yati say echo say jumadi no. And and last time near can was say as a communication about a year national cathedral and Gasano enkoye from a year abandoned side no 80 amount for only say as I saw in yesi I saw the sorry no see obi a commodity 80 no near SBC ni secretary there they come no say never quite and as they be a man for consider there be a man for akọ bomb pie and 80 communication and Gasano aye Bibi oho enti ni twa twa man say me hu this amount for abonyo so especially with the sika involved that ye dey ba be this adwuma de any edien pa na e dey bre e your man for enti wutie baba conversation na basically
let's say e akọ say one or creative and cultural industries you know probably e be hu ni say Charlie the car see be ya my ntimi nyema this is ka wo dia mama e bi ne enso emfa enye ye
basically go tie aban for cry mo sabi mo ni creative mo a omo dwen a so se ne ene enso to kakra bi na flood ni ade no your pressing issues bi a anka ye fe say betimi a yeden aboa a sesika ne channel bi ko ho e beboa mo manfo ho aha mo dan se bi a ye kwa kusi national
Ken ye Mr. Socrates folks where my memory so you Mr. say baba say 21 promises back open timi abem.
Well, according to no back open timi abem fine, but some no kind no me share time 21 promise back open abem fine, but across the country say baba ebe take inventory of tourist sites renovate as part of our promises.
Okay. Like at 21 or?
Yes.
Okay.
What kind your manifesto now? And near you can't see a bayano. See the check list there to her.
Okay.
The fact say you more who the rule, which I will admit is one of the biggest challenges of MPP.
And I can't ni bobi who
what am I saying? Tobasi, Pacho. Me, I will not direct to that side.
I want to.
No. Men call him Pacho at a appropriate time. You bet me a call, but me Pacho.
So my question was about his allegations. Said 21 promises back open my.
No,
and I thought you could address it for us.
Me Pacho. I would like to address any man or kind. I would like to pick a B. Pacho, allow me.
They maybe send their own pet.
Oh, Michelle will say. Uto Boasia. Ubehun say ya ye bebre even tourist sites mama example be say tourist sites receptive areas no bebre o wa
o ka say tourist sites is a general thing so like specifically a here
Kintampo waterfalls
okay
senya na tie before 8 years ago Oko hosisi enya sa na tie
okay na maybe accident BC na catering time omukoye renovation bi no
yes
after that renovation mo san bibi o na
every day omu ye adwuma wo ho they are building just say even canopy walkway crampo ewo ho
Kintampo
yes
sabre ka say
I am telling you
and at the end be wadama
me pa time I will not wait
they say when our share time
me pacho, I don't want to be pacho to say. Me tie Baba can say wati museum. Na museum ewo yesi museum bi sesia. Nti ade ntra yesi ye ba be museum bi so high museum. Nka bi amfa ne mani nyina nko ho. I'm so disappointed when it's coming from somebody like Baba. Me respected it so much. Because unim science museum.
Yeah, in the war Accra Kwanison. Is it the one on the right when you are going?
Yes. How many minutes from the cultural museum, no whole museum, no?
I may not be able to tell, but I think it should be around 5 to 10. 10
minutes? No, it's just a distance, about 200 meters.
Oh, okay.
I didn't saw man can in Ambum. Based on no Baba ni Okano. I didn't saw man can in Ambum.
Okay.
Say, I didn't say, if you were Hansi, it's not 5 minutes drive. Near be Sibin so Hansi, so it's waste. Intino
no akase foforo ya ye bia no space bebre wo mkra
intino space your first space ni bi nka ho the same dan now and you renovate baba so ka say 21 promises ye nya bia that renovation over there that renovation na ya now no ka no it's about sports or it's about agric
that renovation started in 2015 please
in 2015 and what happened to it check you see there can be something I say, oh yeah, be ni eja to ho. No be fufraba. No aba share the whole thing again and now start and do it.
But was it part of the promises?
Yes. Check the manifesto and you will see all these things.
I see.
Check.
So back on the museum.
Yeah. And see, Minia, when it comes to politics, yeah, you opposition da. I remember some time back, I took a pause. I went to the ministry to my sister and I decided to support her.
Who's your sister?
Jifago Mashi.
Okay.
What am I saying? Because me who said no, being in opposition in the arts, no, you fa the normal Sami Jemfini, Okija to Ablakwa, ne John Buedu, ne we no type of politics, no. Yeah, and see yes, sir. What am I saying? They are career politicians. We are artists in politics. To better the cause of the industry.
Okay.
In the yen and say yes, sir. And the records are there. I went to my sister, I decided to help. And you know, say politics. And now me share your friend is saying Rexoma. Any baban se moka. Rexoma said it's a den of Satan. Please.
We have not discussed that.
Okay.
Focus on
Baba,
this one for now.
I beg you. Sika osi wabo sika bi so $400 million so say ahe baba ahe fa no nya asa figure ni free
no say against answer
yes spending on the building of the cathedral
the total budget for
yes
the cathedral
ahe fa no nya asa budget ni free
na say
minim but onomre e bia the last better na say besin ne obi be kan say yama Sonny Badu $50,000
alleged to have been given
one can say alleged
one can you say alleged to have been given. Why
they say alleged? Or can say alleged
to have been given?
To have been given. Based on the evidence be aba. O can say o compare evidence na ba.
Man can't choose them compare evidence. Me say nipa na wo dey asem ne be to dwa no. Ye pesi enya no no aba.
Enti besi ne unye sa nipa no. Oni Ghana.
Sala guso.
Sala bisa sala se den wa ya fa ho. Sala mpa cho o can say wanya no. Amana brave proof. Obia sorry a politics intino ne etutu ne ya wo industry mu so ne etu de akire mamu me follow mo politics no sika wey ye baba ye all African games football sports e dey ne be mai ye bia
sports de be mai
ai me pacho I'm asking
this is a very loaded question.
Yes, I know.
A DNA sports
me bisa deliberately. Say a DNA sports be my
we minya dan kwaku ebo no no abe yiwa me yiwa no a enye yi
ono a me hwe no
yengoi a DNA sports be my
see yet na say no be bitimi be justify because ye complaining nyina no obi an complaining why we are going to spend so much money on all African games when we are still having all the challenges are obia attributed to the country and we are still going to build a cathedral no What you must say?
As on obi adwin ko.
Obi adwin ko ho. And obi a mfa no ho. Na de ntira sika e ko no mu de ye feel say okay, ye be si stadia. But ye be si cathedral, me from the outside no. Me who say mfa so beba so ama me. E ba so beba so ama industry no. And you have industry players who supposed to rather support that cause no because of politics. Then you come and poo it, rubbish it.
You come and then
Ola.
Yes, sir.
Me and my politics and blinding so much. I made reference the other day. Ye wo. Emra ye basic conference center. Ola, ni kolebu. Eho ni paper be throw say it's a death trap o se bibi me kai. Me see ni roads. Paul Ansa. E throw e wo chronicles. O si hu obi so drive straight e wo Ghana. Either so or eye problem. And I say wabo. Because your roads were so bad. And we were going to build the conference center. And then your wall hey, your Koyan Nam Congress ABC. That is the name, your man, Pink Lady. The criticisms at that time there was more than ye.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yes.
Now radio
I
stations
know.
to say.
New radio stations and also, but the hit in the
say.
country. Say identify your what challenges ye ni ye bi baby that your hospitals and among for we were form hey ye kosi conference center wo church ye nya baby so ensi no say baby a horse race course ye ho na ponko tumrika and ye kosi look obia complaining here and the conference center na ndisi ho no. Are you telling me say who ni faso ana hwesika conference center e juriba? So if we put in this much money, I'm not going into the finances, no. But I am looking at the benefit, financial benefit. Krampo edibeba. Yamosukro obi a ka no more can ni omo kan say how dear krampo ya white elephant. Hello, do you have the figures? Do you have the figures to prove say near Basilica of Peace? Your friend is saying no, your waste. Nso obi e kan no akan ne akan tra ne dia fam say monkohwe Abidjan Yamoussoukro de krampo no your friend is saying how do you call it your waste. When can you say waste? Do you have the figures? Do you have the financial your friend say reports of that Yamoussoukro na ubabejina because of politics o padie akan sebi I ridiculous I say Yamoussoukro de cry waste. Hello. Do you have the figures? Say yes. This is how much they've made, and it's a waste for this number of years.
So,
but sometimes I see host of programs, and so yes, say you be a microphone. You don't probe whatever anybody is saying. Yes, probe what I'm saying. And then probe it.
You know, some of the issues, like for example, you raise King Tampo.
Yes.
Say every year be a BB course.
Yes.
I didn't know you were going to mention that one today.
Yes.
I'm going to make calls to find out. You said no crab, but Saturday we will have feedback.
Okay.
But see, say ni ya jaw kwan second. And search sort ya say so you don't have to be so hard on other people and programs if you just so monka so we say host
400 million oh nya sa figure ni free
to a career and Mrs. Me so I miss me check baby at that figure came from.
Okay. I just check right now as at 1998 I see your friend is saying Yamoussoukro there no there are conflicting figures and I say in terms of cost it be say a cost to $198 million to build it. Yamoussoukro there no 1998 the cost as at that time. Here can say I don't know how much 175 million. No, almost 1985.
Yeah, never see.
175 million to 300 million. So I need no a peg say almost say.
Okay.
Me pacho.
All right.
There is always an investment. The car na say ohia a brower and no say onya investment. no, let's probe the figures na ekomu and leave the because the thing is viable.
But so maybe we say about the 400. No, I mean, like, do you have a conflicting figure? Or BB a different for 400 million?
Mpacho obiama figure bia ntini minim. Obiama figure bia nti obi obebo figure bia no obofri ni tirim. Once e ma figure no me pacho se sika na ekom no kwan ya sika na e fa so procedure. Sika na e fa so kom no na ye what problem o ho a. Yes. I will join it because I also have to check as per the law no. Yen check procedure bia sika e kom no.
Okay,
fine. But the value and I say the I didn't home fast one there. I will not sit here. Ni many obi I advise say who fast one more mine no.
Okay,
because me who be
this is GhanaBusinessNews.com. Cost of National Cathedral. Contractors lawyer says it's about $400 million.
Contractors, is there any?
Relax. Nyamishra. We at myjoyonline.com. National Cathedral to cost about $200 million. Secretary to the board. Me pachuti. Where you see a Ghana web? And the 18th October 2020, I say $350 million needed to complete National Cathedral. This is from the Secretariat of the Cathedral as at that time. So these are the figures. So maybe this is where the 400 million came from.
Oh, okay.
So what I say?
So which is
so
which?
So we see me fish Timmy Gusu na me fish.
Na me be shira. We are there. We do kosi abuaje na mu ampa. We are there.
Ken.
But your figures means and when you are correct.
So you see in fish.
And me be say
Timmy Gusu na me fish.
Oh, okay.
You will not give me pressure this afternoon.
Okay, but Ola, to be honest with you, yamfa politics. Say yamfa politics. Yamfa fix your industry.
Yes, I agree with you. Ken, yes, sorry, Diana.
Well, yeah.
The akani nyina ebenya adaji wo ho memory dana.
Okay. En Kenya asembone. Send okay, but who's a cathedral and castle? I mean, we started say. It is a you bet me a boy, you should send you be a shot tamone medical, bet me a boy.
Forget him, matter.
What must say because
ultimate kobo freedom and I say
a cathedral so there be a bishop nyame fie so
bonsam shata ya bonsam
aya u kwa sorry asori be no so mu organize
asa mu conflict because cathedral enye bia
ye di shata no free mu a o de ye nyi shata free mu enti gospel your friend is saying bebrebe a o mu nya ba bi mu a o mu timi ya na
National theater to say a one match capacity will be
and no obi so adwin say me see we me ensi say yamfa we nkan yes yamfa we nkan na nya
track say you obi na betimi akobo confo betimi akoye event
so confo ntimi nko ho confo betimi akọ national theater odun so but
yes no confo so ye Ghana ni
as I will catch him say it will be a Akobo show on a national mosque. I mean, how does that happen?
Yes, confo so ye Ghana ni
me pacho I didn't say ye sheda people I didn't say ye sheda I ignore the structure of the bar. I say look there is a performance theater in it.
But did they tell you that kind of performance is admissible in that theater? Did they tell you?
Debbie.
So let's leave it like
that. If they didn't tell us, why should we assume say performance be why yentimi nya
because that's no
cathedral. This is a national
cathedral.
Yes. Entino again you betimi aye. Enti performance ben you betimi aye.
Yankobo soloku ho.
Enti performance ben you betimi aye.
Performance edi animunyam hye ebebre nyame.
Ya obi o Ghana.
Wo say?
Ya obi o Ghana.
Performance no. I don't know about gospel for you.
So if that thing is there for them, is it wrong?
What say ABI? It will be limited to such.
So if ABI it is limited to such, hallelujah.
The point is a cathedral. A cathedral so the meaning no. Let's say a Christos.
Hallelujah. And no crampo mame ehwa me crampo say no. Your gospel artist no. Ebenya baby. omo be perform.
Na secular for there.
Secular for no, don't worry. Omo National Theatre, omo various theatres omo perform.
Theatre 1,500.
Ken.
Bruh.
Yanko.
1,500. It is all year 5,000 capacity. Na say Ghana ni bia. And they say gospel funds to be a stadium. And you wanted to do so Obinya issue or
Odinya. One shy best so ya mummy no. Me konito.
Bruh.
It's 2,000 patcho.
Sorry, I
How can it happen?
That's only a time was saying.
Near time was you can't send me. I didn't say sorry. Yes, I'm near saying can we?
Meja wako.
Oh, fine.
Back in Ghana business news.com no any me pacho just for me mini penny so creating or say the finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta has been cited in some news reports putting the estimated cost of the cathedral at $100 million in 2019. In 2021, it was estimated to cost $200 million. The secretary to the board of trustees of the National Cathedral, Victor Kusi-Boateng, told the media that the estimated budget for the construction was $200 million in 2021. Then in June this year, Mr. Ofori-Atta said on GTV that estimated cost is $350 million. Meanwhile, the lawyer for the construction company, the Italian firm Rezani DHR, has mentioned $400 million to be the estimated cost. So if you ask me why the conflicting figures, this is why. Ken,
because somebody decided.
Ken, you come madum the mic here.
Sekane de ebi umpa but sani aye de aye de ya be baso sani aye na aye.
Thank you.
Na mum no e ba e nyina e ba ko perform
no
de
no so Nyamisha, yes, sorry, so why Nyamisha be Sarah, thank you so much. Peter, thank you so much. Pretty, thank you so much. My name is Ola Michael. Metina mu my mini apenyi Kosi Aboaje entertainment review ebeto aso eda memory da. Meda mu nyina ase yakramo.